Hello, and welcome to the Well-Read Monocle. Today, we turn the page to the second volume of Gene Wolfe's The Book of the New Sun, The Claw of the Conciliator. If you joined us for The Shadow of the Torturer, you will remember leaving Severian, the disgraced apprentice torturer, at the piteous gate of Nessus. He had just set out into the wider world, accompanied by the mysterious Jonas, carrying the ancient sword Terminus Est, and a jewel of inexplicable power, the claw. In this volume the journey deepens. We descend into underground gardens, feast on the memories of the dead, and walk the corridors of power where nothing is as it seems. Let us open the book. Part 1. Saltus and the Shadow of the Past. Our narrative resumes with Severian and Jonas arriving in the mining village of Saltus. Here, the grim realities of Severian's profession return to the fore. He is hired by the local alcalde to perform an execution. The condemned is a woman named Morwenna, accused by her neighbors of poisoning her husband and child. Despite Severian's private doubts about the mob's justice, he performs his duty with the cold precision of his guild, beheading her before a clamorous fairground crowd. It is in Saltus that Severian's past reaches out to snare him. He receives a letter, purportedly from Thecla, the noblewoman he loved and allowed to commit suicide in the citadel. The letter claims she is alive and waiting for him in a nearby mine. Overcome by hope, Severian abandons logic and rushes to the meeting place. But it is a trap set by Agia, the shopkeeper whose brother Severian executed in the previous book. Instead of Thecla, Severian finds the mine infested with man-apes, pale, troglodytic creatures who fear the light. In the darkness, surrounded by these devolved humans, Severian draws the claw of the Conciliator. The gem blazes with brilliant blue light, terrifying the creatures and halting their attack. It is a stark demonstration of the claw's power. It does not merely shine. It commands the very fabric of life and time. Severian escapes the mine, only to be ambushed by Agia and her hired assassins. He survives, but the encounter confirms that his journey will be dogged by vengeance. Part 2. The Feast of Memory. Following the violence in Saltus, Severian and Jonas are captured by rebels loyal to Vodalis, the revolutionary aristocrat whom Severian saved as a boy. They are taken deep into the forest to Vodalis's camp. Here, Severian makes a fateful choice. Rather than being executed as a spy, he pledges his service to Vodalis. To seal this loyalty, he partakes in a ritual that is one of the most haunting images in the entire series: the Feast of the Alzabo. The Alzabo is an alien creature that absorbs the memories of those it devours. By consuming a potion derived from the beast, mixed with the flesh of the dead Thecla, Severian and the conspirators ingest her essence. For the others, it is a rite of communion. For Severian, it is a transformation. Thecla becomes a permanent part of his mind. She lives within him, her memories of the royal court and her sharp intellect entwining with his own. He is no longer just Severian. He is a multitude. Part 3. The House Absolute. Tasked by Vodalis to deliver a message to a spy within the Autarch's palace, Severian and Jonas travel north. Their journey is fraught with peril, including an attack by notules, shadowy, flat creatures from space that feed on heat and life. They eventually breach the grounds of the House Absolute, the seat of the Autarch's power. But this is no ordinary palace. It is a subterranean labyrinth, hidden beneath vast, manicured gardens. Severian and Jonas are captured by the Praetorians and thrown into the antechamber, a waiting room for prisoners that has become a purgatory. Some families have lived there for generations, waiting for an audience that never comes. It is here that Jonas is mortally wounded by an energy weapon. In a desperate bid to save his friend, Severian uses the claw. The gem heals Jonas, but it reveals a startling truth. Beneath his skin, Jonas is made of metal. He is not human, but a machine, a crashed sailor from the stars who has been hiding in human form. Restored but alien, Jonas steps through a mirror in the palace, vanishing to find his own kind, leaving Severian to face the Autarch alone. Part 4. The Androgyne and the Play. Severian wanders the corridors of the second house until he encounters a figure of striking ambiguity, an androgyne in golden robes. This figure treats Severian with a strange mix of command and curiosity. Though Severian does not fully grasp it at the moment, this is the Autarch himself. The ruler of Earth plays a complex game. He takes Vodalus's message from Severian, but allows him to leave, giving him a cryptic command to travel to the north and one day kill the Autarch. It is a paradox that will define Severian's future. Severian rejoins Dr. Talos, the giant Boldanders, and the beautiful but crumbling Jolenta. They have been invited to perform a play for the court. The play, Eschatology and Genesis, is a surreal, Gnostic allegory of the world's end and rebirth. During the performance, chaos erupts. The giant Boldanders, enraged by the audience, goes berserk. The troupe is forced to flee into the wilderness. In the aftermath, the tragedy of Jolenta is laid bare. She was never truly well. Her beauty was the result of Dr. Talos's science, and without his treatments, she begins to wither and decay before their eyes. Part 5. The Stone Town. The final leg of the journey takes the survivors, Severian, Dorcas, and a dying Jolenta, toward the mountains of Thrax. They fall in with a group of witches led by the Cumean, an ancient seeress. In a ruined stone town high in the hills, the Cumean conducts a séance to summon the past. The veil of time is torn away. Severian sees the ancient builders of the city, a people who walked like sailors and raised cyclopean walls. He witnesses a figure from the dawn of time, Apu Punchau, the head of day. In a moment of vertigo, Severian realizes that the figure of Apu Punchau is strangely familiar, a reflection of himself across the eons. The vision shatters as the sun rises. The book concludes on a somber note. The magic fades with the dawn. The witches have vanished. Jolenta, the artificial beauty, lies dead, her tragedy complete. Severian and Dorcas are left alone on the roof of the ruin, staring out at a world that is at once ancient and dying. The Claw of the Conciliator is a story of accumulation. Severian accumulates companions, only to lose them. He accumulates memories, Thecla's, the Autarch's secrets, the history of the stone town, until he becomes a vessel for the past. And he accumulates power through the Claw, which heals the sick and raises the dead, yet cannot save those he loves most from the ravages of time. Severian now stands at the gateway to the mountains, his apprenticeship truly over. The road to Thrax lies ahead. Thank you for watching the Well-Read Monocle. I hope you'll join me next time as we continue Severian's journey. Until then, keep reading.